What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? It's Captain Trucker. If this is your first time, please subscribe. If you're coming back, welcome back. So, guys, I just wanted to say... Oh, sorry about that. I'm putting it down. Yeah, I'm here at my sister's house on location in one of our offices here. And, yeah, so it's a lot going on. We got a lot of work cut out for us, ladies and gentlemen. The reason I'm making this video is to thank all the subscribers so far who have given support. And I also want to talk about the future of tourism in the Philippines and what we're trying to accomplish here on this channel by way of public influence, if you will. I really do believe the future of tourism will change in the Philippines. I think for a long time, there's been certain types of expats that have been going there, and about 100,000 expats actually are there. And so of the percentage of those, a lot of those guys are pretty good people, good citizens, but obviously, there's a percentage of those guys that are probably not so good and probably doing things they shouldn't be doing, things that aren't good for the Philippine culture, things that have had damaging effects on generations, women and families and stuff like that. So, yeah, my goal here, guys, is to, in the future, I really think that together, like, we can do this. I really do. And, we're starting off small. We're going to get up to 5,000 subscribers. That's the next goal. And I'm not sure if this channel will break like 10, 20,000 because we are going a little bit against the popular grain, if you will. And, there's certain behavior that we just don't really accept as far as the type of what we're trying to kind of promote here, I guess, in the Philippines. Yeah, so I just want to thank some of the subscribers really quick, the commenters. Joe HIE, she's been really cool. I don't know how to pronounce her name. Michael Meride, Stan Hazelback, Henry Gala, Ruben Moore, Mr. Steven, Elena Flores, Danny, and not so crazy John, Mike Valdez, Amelia Hightower, Full Mindstorm, Rattel, K-Brum 2008, and the Black Man in the Village, the YouTuber. You guys, there's others too. I didn't get a chance to write them down, but been very supportive so far. So thank you very much for that. And I'm not trying to like sound grandiose. I'm just telling you the truth that I do believe that we and some other people, the people I mentioned and the people watching, I really do think that we can make a positive change in the future for this country, okay? I really do. And good things. So I really believe the subscribers, I'm hoping that that will come to them as well and that you guys too will be blessed and that we can all be blessed. But yeah, so I mean, that's it. I mean, look, there's 100,000 expats in the Philippines, guys. And like I said, I would imagine a lot of them are good and some of them are not. So, and there's other things going on. I mean, we look at the history of like colonialism, for instance, and like, there's arguments to say that there's basically like neo-colonialism going on, which is basically, I'll just read it really quick. It's the practice by which like former colonial powers and other major powers continue to exert economic, political, and cultural influence over former colonies and other nations without the direct associated traditional colonialism, if you will. So it's basically like unofficial colonialism, right? Even though these are like independent nations, like there's still so much influence from the West and America mostly and European countries. So that's why it really is up to us as individuals to start calling on better behavior and for us to be better tourists in these places. Because I mean, we can't rely on the American government. We can't rely on this or that. Like we have to do it. It's up to us, ultimately. That's what I believe. So, I mean, let's do it. But the thing is like, Philippines always attracts like older retirees, right? So I was kind of like, I was wondering about that. I'm thinking like, why aren't there more younger expats in the Philippines or like guys my age, like 40 and younger? And I think some of it, from what I've read and makes sense, is like a lot of it's the jobs, right? So there's not. probably not a lot of jobs available in the Philippines for expats as opposed to more developed countries like, I guess, Japan, Korea, probably China. But then again, we still, in this day now, we have more like digital nomads. So there's still opportunities. I really think there's still a population of younger people that could absolutely benefit from going to the Philippines, you know? A great place to meet your future wife or girlfriend, great place to vacation, a lot to see, a lot of history. Well, there's some history, and a lot of beaches, a lot of culture, different lifestyle, different pace of life. So I think there should be more younger people going there as well. I mean, why does it always have to be retirees, right? But yeah, so yeah, this whole neo-colonialism thing though is really interesting because I've been kind of reading about it recently. Um, yeah, and to continue with that reading, it's the term is often used to describe situations where an external power manipulates a nation's economic and political systems, often benefiting the foreign interest at the expense of the local population. So we're foreigners, guys. It's not our country. So this whole thing of us just going there and barking orders, it's got to kind of we got to be cool about that. It's like I've said again. It's like we got to better acclimate to society and be a retiree part of the community. We got to start thinking in these terms of what can we do to help and be a part of the community. Not so much as always this worry of like, oh, am I going to be able to pay my bills off my Social Security check? Is $1,500 enough? Is $800 enough? Do I need $2,000 a month? That all that stuff is not. That's going to come. Like, don't trip on that stuff. You'll make it. And I'm going to pull up some other stuff too. I mean, you can live on a range of living there from like, there's some people saying from like 800 to $2,600 a month, okay? So there's different lifestyles you can live there for the money. So don't worry so much about how you're going to pay for this or pay for that. That will come, okay? Unless you're totally broke. I mean, you want to worry a little bit, right? But don't make it all about the money. That's what I've been saying from the beginning of this channel is like, let's get out of this mindset of like everything we do, everywhere we live, it's always money, 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 money. And that's like what we seem to be basing everything off, including human life, including relationships, including marriages, right? I mean, we look at how we are over here in America, it's like half the population's getting divorced. And it seems like a lot of people or some people are getting married just for financial reasons sometimes, because it works out or because people need to kind of support each other financially to even keep up with the Joneses in America, so to speak, in the middle class. So we got to kind of get out of that mindset, guys, when we're going to the Philippines, all right? And like I was saying before about the culture as far as the elderly, I mean, generally the Asians are more respectful than we are here to the elderly, and they'll take care of you. If we help them, they're going to help us. And like I said, if we don't help them, they'll probably still help us. So let's not take advantage of that anymore, okay? Like I said, I know retiree guys, older guys at the church, for instance, some churches, they donate basically their social security check to the local church. They'll put them up in a house and take care of all their food, and they have friends and they do stuff, and it's all good. I'm not saying that's for everybody, but my point is that all this stuff can be done, so it's doable. So let's stop worrying about so much about the money, all right? And let's start thinking about how we can help our neighbors there and how we can really, as Americans, start representing our country better, okay? And I'm sorry to have to, okay? And that has been a problem for these countries. And unfortunately, the Philippines got really the short end of the stick on that, all right? 1982, the Ameri-Asian Homecoming Act, the government of the United States excluded the Philippines from that, okay? The reason why was because there was too many Ameri-Asians here, and it would have cost probably too much money. And that's the sad reality, and I'm sure there was other like political stuff going on with that as well. But we'll do more videos on neo-colonialism. I'm kind of interested to see what some of you all think about that. Some neo-colonialism arguments in the Philippines. So the Philippines, with this long history of colonialization, both under Spain and the United States, followed by its status as an independent republic, has had experiences with neo-colonial influences. So here's an overview. American influence post-independence. So Philippines gained independence from the U.S. in 1946. The two countries maintained a strong economic, military, and political ties. Some critics argue that while the Philippines was nominally independent, the U.S. still exerted a significant degree of influence, making it the country a neo-colony. All right, and so we have economic dependencies going on. We have military bases there. There's obviously cultural influences, and the modern relations with China. Um, China's had a global influence over there, and there's stuff going on, and yeah, a lot going on. I'm not going to read all this. There's a lot to read here, but we'll do it in another video. Oh, I dropped it. I dropped my camera. Anyway, guys, ladies and gentlemen, I'll stop saying guys, by the way. Somebody got on me for that. Ladies and gentlemen, I'll say. Look, this channel, like, we're not talking about any foreign politics. Sometimes we might talk about some American stuff, but this whole thing is about us together publicly making a difference as people, as individuals, and that's about it. That's all I'm saying here. That's our cause. So, and we got other stuff going on. There's a lot of we got to do some trucking stuff too. We're going to be over the road soon, man. I'm going to get the GoPro. We're going to be doing these speeches while driving a semi-truck. Okay, I'm done. All right, guys, please subscribe. We'll talk soon. It's Captain Trucker, and we'll be back in the Philippines soon. We got some road tours coming up. Talk to you later. Bye-bye.